comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. I've got something wrong with my fucking throat, so it sounds a little bit deeper than usual. Did a gig last night at fucking Huxley's down south. Fucking whitest audience I've seen in a long time. There must have been like 120 people there. Every single one whiter than the other until right at the back they became translucent. The area where the gig is like that, but fucking, they don't like challenging stuff down there, a lot of them. They're all like on the older side as well. They fucking don't like their morals or their ideologies fucking challenged around there, that's for sure. We're not interested in reinventing the wheel, mate. Just tell us a couple of fingering jokes and fucking get on your way, mate. Nah, they were up for it last night. On a Sunday night, they were all getting fucking hammered too. Didn't finish till like 10 o'clock. Jacques Barrett was headlining. He's an Australian comedian. Just an unknown comedian, road dog. And he's one of the funniest fucking comedians in Australia. He is one of the fucking few out and out fucking murderers in Australia. Whenever I do a gig with Jacques, you're like, yeah, I did pretty fucking good. Then Jacques goes on and it's like, fucking Jesus Christ. The cunt murders, Jacques Barrett. Look him up. Jacqueus. Barrett. Fucking work it out. Barrett. Barrett. Anyway, what was my fucking point? I don't know. I'm doing lots of fucking gigs lately. I got that birthday fucking gig coming up. That is truly going to be a fucking nightmare. The lady just transferred me over the $300 to go to this birthday on Saturday for some 50-year-old chick. Are you still a chick in your 50s? This 50-year-old chick. You're definitely not a fucking chick in your 50s. You're an old duck. That's what you are. You go from a fucking little cute chick to a fucking old duck. So this fucking old duck messaged me saying I fucking transferred you $300. I'm like, yeah, sick. Like, what's the fucking lay of the land out there? What's going to be going on? She's like, well, it's mainly going to be singles and some people from the army. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Am I like a strippogram comedian or something? I'm just there as some fucking eye candy for these old ducks and some army dudes. I don't know how the army dudes got thrown in there. Maybe they're fucking strippograms too. These fucking old cougars have just gathered a bunch of random unsuspecting fucking hunks. That's what I am, a hunk. So she's like, get there around 7 or something like that. I don't know. I'll look at it on the day. I'm like, what's the update on the microphone? Is there a microphone happening? She's like, there's no microphone or audio in any rooms. Do you have your own microphone? I'm like, yeah, I have a microphone. I just don't have anything to plug it into. So I'm going into this fucking duck pond with no fucking microphone, no idea who these people are, no idea who the fucking birthday's for, and I'm just meant to walk out there, I don't know, holding a fucking water bottle and just start doing comedy. I'll just do all new material. I'll just bomb. I'm going to bomb so fucking hard. So hard. I would like to film it because this is going to be fucking so retarded. If it wasn't for the story and this podcast, I would not be doing this gig. You think I want to get out there and dance like a monkey for these fucking old ducks? No, I'm doing it for you cunts. Some cunt said the other day, he's like, I loved your Edinburgh podcast. That was so much more exciting than the podcast you've been doing since you got back. I'm like, are you trying to say the podcast where I'm fucking jet setting around Europe, taking drugs, doing festivals, doing shows and fucking new experiences is more exciting than me doing a podcast about picking up my kid from fucking childcare? Is that what you're trying to point out, cunt? Yes, I'm aware of that. But this podcast is every fucking day, and come fucking hell or high water, I'm going to turn some mundane shit into something palatable, cunt. All right? And I tell you what you're going to do. You're going to fucking listen to it and you're going to get through it because fucking there's going to be a good one in like 4 or 5 days. I don't usually bomb a whole week. I mean, I probably have, but I've also done almost 1,300 fucking episodes now. Anyway, if anyone else has any more constructive criticism they'd like to send through, I'm happily accepting it. Send it through my website. Send it through Ask Boyle. That's what we've got today. It's time for Ask Boyle. It is Ask Boyle time. So if you have a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation, L.E. Boyle, comedian, philosopher, crane driver, then send it through my website. There's a section there for Ask Boyle now. Just click on it, fill in your details, send it through. I'll fucking get to it. You can also send it through the Patreon. Join the Patreon. It's £1 a month to support the podcast. Show your appreciation. That's also on my website. Everything's on my website, boylecomedy.com. Anyway, this week's Ask Boyle was sent in through the Patreon, so we'll fucking see what it is. So it was sent in by my man fucking Steve-O out there in the USA. And here's Steve-O's question. So I watched a little of the high school cross-country meet by my house. Pedophile. I felt bad for the parents because it's boring as fuck to watch teenagers run. But on the flip side, they only have to be there for like 18 minutes because the race is over quickly. I started thinking that your kid running cross-country might be better than your kid playing football, which is less boring to watch, but also takes like 2 hours of a parent's life. My question for you is, which sport would be the worst as a parent to have to endure your kid participating in, and which would be the best and why? Well, Steve-O, you have come to the right place. It just so happens I've been thinking about this a lot because I've got my son in a lot of different things. He's in fucking acrobatics, he's in fucking basketball, jiu-jitsu, now he's in rock climbing, he's fucking in everything at the moment. And the thing is, what you're thinking, because you're not a parent, you're thinking, oh, cross-country is good because it's over in 18 minutes. I only have to watch some bullshit for 18 minutes, but that's not how it fucking works. What happens after the 18 minutes is over? You have to entertain your stupid kid. So you only get an 18-minute break. What you want is the longer sports. You want to be there all day. You want to be able to disappear. That's why, like, cricket is a fucking great sport for kids to play, for parents, because that's like 6 hours. You go watch the first half an hour, pretend to care for half an hour, disappear for 4.5 hours, come back and pretend you watch the whole fucking game. That's a 4.5 hour break. Hey, mate, I'm just going to duck off for a minute. I'll be back. Good luck, mate. I won't be long. And then just fuck off and party. Baseball in the States would be the equivalent. That's like 9 innings of just pure fucking tedium. But then if your kid does something like special and you're not there, then it gets a little bit complex. Did you see my catch? Yeah, it was awesome. Well done. Keep it up. So I've got my kid in a few things at the moment. There's pros and cons to a lot of them. So I've got my kid in acrobatics. It's good. It's an hour and a half. You don't have to be there. An hour and a half is a good break. You just drop him at the door. He runs in. You come back like 5 minutes before the end. Pick him up. That's fucking, as a parent, that's gold. So they're the pros. The cons of acrobatics is there's a slight possibility you might turn out gay because it's all girls and the instructor's gay. But if you want an hour and a half off a week, you got to throw your kid to the wolves. Maybe he'll come out wearing a dress. Who knows? So acrobatics is good. Jiu-jitsu is good. The only problem is it's like 50 minutes. So you drop them off, hang around for 5 minutes. You've got like half an hour, 35 minutes in the car scrolling on your phone before you have to come back in because they do like sparring at the end. And that's what I like to see. I like to see the sparring so I can yell at him on the way home for not being good enough. What the fuck was that? Why weren't you concentrating? You let that little cunt beat you? I never want to see that again. So jiu-jitsu is good for self-defense. You learn how to handle yourself. You learn discipline. So they're the pros. The cons are, again, there's a possibility you might turn gay. There's a lot of rolling around with boys. And also, you only get like 35 minutes of free time. It's bullshit. Basketball's kind of the same. It's 1 hour. Once you drop them off, pick them up, you've got like 40 minutes. And one of the problems with basketball is every kid in there seems to be ADHD. So that might rub off on your kid. I don't know if ADHD is contagious, but fucking if you throw them to the wolves, who knows what's going to happen. So basketball's all right. Now rock climbing, indoor rock climbing. This was like a stroke of genius from me. I looked it up because he's like good at climbing and shit. And I'm like, how do you get kids to be strong? You can't make them fucking swing kettlebells. So I'm like, climbing would be good. So I look up fucking rock climbing, indoor rock climbing. 2 hours in the morning, Saturday morning, 9:30 to 11:30. That's like the jackpot. You fucking just drop them off, disappear for 2 hours, and come back, and hopefully they haven't broken a limb. And people are like, yeah, but that's 9:30 on a Saturday. Don't worry, I'm already up at 9:30 on a Saturday. I'm up at like 6:30 on a Saturday because my fucking daughter is scratching my eyeballs out and fucking crying. So basically, the sports you want your kids doing as a parent are the ones in longest duration. You don't want to be there for 18 minutes. That's fuck all. You're there for 18 minutes and then you have to fucking find some shit for them to do for the rest of the day. Let's find something that takes all day. Junior golf? Let's get them on the golf course. Junior ultra marathons? Let's get them out there. Let's get these little cunts fucking out there. Junior Le Mans 24 hours? Let's fucking get these kids in cars. That's how you figure it out when you're a parent. I use 2 scales. These are my 2 main scales for deciding what sport my kid is going to play. First scale is how long can I disappear for? And the second is how gay will this make my kid? And you want to have a really good balance. Like a 30-minute theater sport class? No, thank you. 40 minutes of ballet? Next, an hour and a half of rhythmic gymnastics? Probably a little lopsided to the gay. 2 hours of rhythmic gymnastics? Now we're talking. Get out there and twirl that ribbon, son. Dada has some fucking pokies to play. Anyway, Steve-O, thanks for the question. I hope that cleared a few things up for you. That'll do for today. If you're enjoying the podcast, share it around, and I'll see you the fuck later.